Okay, started the stream for the Bughouse World Championship. Hold on, let me just finish this. So we are going to be watching the under 2000 section. This is a match of the players who did not make the finals but made the top 4. So we'll be figuring out which finishes second and which finishes third. And there is a difference in the money prizes between those two possibilities. So I'm going to start a prediction where people can bet channel points on this. And I am already following one of the players, so hopefully the match will start quite soon. Hopefully we can get some co-commentators in the chat. I'm in the house Discord server in the house party channel. I'm hoping some co-commentators will jump in. And let me go ahead and make the prediction. And we'll make this about a 15-minute prediction because they haven't even started yet. So I don't know how long it will take them to start. My Grande in the Discords thinks it will be 16-0. Oh, maybe he's talking about a different match. So we have the next match in the open section is scheduled for Friday at, let me see what this works out to. Looks like 9:08 and 45 seconds p.m. I don't know why they picked that specific time, but that is when the match is scheduled for. Let me check to see if any of the teams are warming up in the random pool. I don't see any of them right now. I'm trying to figure out why the round hasn't started yet. Hey, Plaster Hippie. Plaster Hippie says, I hope JNails DontKno lose because they knocked you out. I would think you'd want the opposite. So that you would want JNails and DontKno to win, because then that shows that maybe if they had knocked you out, you would have won. These are not the teams. So it looks like blunderman and tainted streetlight are warming up while they wait for their opponents to come. I think someone told me that Op's Not Dead is a Jarl Carlander dupe, which I have no personal knowledge of, so I can't confirm or deny that. Supposedly it's a Jarl Carlander dupe that specifically likes to move its C-pawn. So to demonstrate how bad moving your C-pawn is. Gary Snake says, waiting on one of the players to arrive. Young UK Baller says, highly doubt Hop's not dead as Jarl. I don't know. That's just what I've heard. Young UK Baller has already wagered on this match. There's still time to get a prediction in. So the teams that are going to be playing are blunderman1 and Tainted Streetlight versus JNails and DontKno. The expectation is JNails and DontKno are a very fast team, so they will have the time advantage. blunderman1 and Tainted, and by the way, JNails and DontKno probably have played a lot more games as well. But blunderman1 and Tainted Streetlight are probably going to be better chesters, so might play stronger moves. So there's still
how's it going, Chuck?
Hey, good to hear from you. So we have Scary Snakes, otherwise known as Crimson Vortex, in the commentary booth. And what are your thoughts here?
Honestly, it's gonna be difficult to call this match. I've been pretty impressed with the blunderman1 and tainted streetlight team this tournament. They pulled off a huge upset against the #1 seed, and I think both of these players have increased a lot in rating from their initial starting points. They were the 8th seed, and I think their ratings were around like 1600 and 1800, and now both of them are over 1900. So it's difficult to pinpoint just how good this team is, but definitely they have the potential to improve a lot. So
I wonder if they were improving anyway, or if this tournament inspired them to play more Bughouse and get more into the game. And I don't know the answer to that. Maybe that's something we can ask in the interview stage.
Oh yeah, for sure. Okay. Let's see. Yeah, one of the players still isn't online yet. I guess I'll try pinging them in Discord.
A pawn wins for Tainted Streetlight in the warm-up game here, with pawn at h6. And if king takes, we have queen check, and if king moves back, then queen and his mate. And they're up about 10 seconds, so we think Horse Lover is going to have to give up a pawn in 10 seconds. That's a solid move. I would have interposed the bishop to give more chances to take pawns. The bishop also works. And Tainted Streetlight does have moves. Like, he has a good position, even if he doesn't get the pawn. The problem is his partner is already sacked a little bit to try to get him this good position. But there's some moves I like to gain time here. One move I would consider, and it may seem a little weird, but I like knight takes d7. And the idea is either he takes the knight and Tainted Streetlight gains some time, or if he doesn't take the knight and just puts another piece near the king, then he has knight takes f6 after that. Another option is getting the queen in play with queen e1, queen g3, or you could just put the queen on immediately on g5. Horse Lover's made a number of moves without giving up the pawn yet, but there are now a pawn and a bishop in take, so it's going to come next move. Or this. There's the pawn. We see mate in one of these two places.
You cannot pre-move it.
That's true. He doesn't have to, though. He's up 7 seconds.
Yeah, but some people like to live on the edge. So like if you're really about it, you play queen at g5 and you say it's not going to h8.
Yeah. That's one way of doing it. And honestly, it still works out because now he has a rook in hand. So, I mean, even if he goes... Oh, well, actually, yeah, you're right. h8 is... Let me see. That's actually interesting that another way of doing it might have been to like drop a bishop where the king is. And then you get like another another move to see what's going on. There are ways to play to just drain a move so that you can see what's going on.
No, that is playing scared. No, you have to be really about it. Like if you're really about it, you put a queen on G7. Like this is the
Yeah,
only way.
the queen on G7 is another way of going it. You say playing scared, but your handle is scary snakes. So
Hey, does that look like a snake? I'm just saying. I feel like queen of G7 is a move there, and you have to believe. Now, if you play this move and you don't believe, then you're just gonna be like screwed. But no, as long as you believe, it will work. Always pre-move.
I can't agree with my co-commentator's always pre-move suggestion. Ooh, I can't agree with taking this queen either. Honestly, I would consider taking the bishop. So maybe bishop at h5, attack and defend. Also, knight at g1 is a nice option. This, not a great option. And again, these are just warm-up scrimmage matches while we wait for the other team to arrive. Oh, he's giving up the queen.
Oh, wait, what was the resignation?
Well, because the knight made it.
Oh,
Knight at
okay.
d2.
Okay.
I'm going to have to help my co-commentator out because he's not warmed up with the commentary yet. Missing checkmate in one.
I was just so shook because we had the living legend Fairy in the call. Like I was not ready for this. Like
We do have the living legend in the call. Hey, Miss Fairy Queen, how are you doing?
Hey, what are we spectating today?
Right now we are spectating warm-up games. But eventually we're going to see Bughouse World Championship in the under 2000 section. We're playing for 3rd versus 4th place for the money. And the teams that are playing are blunderman1 and Tainted Streetlight, who are currently warming up, and JNails DontKno, one of whom has overslept, we're assuming.
Perhaps. So I don't understand. There was an earlier match with this team scheduled without one of the players being informed. So I was not privy to the communication, so I don't know if that's what happened here, or if it actually was an agreed upon time, and then one of the players just overslept.
I don't know. I was informed of this about 5 minutes before 3 p.m. So I was honestly about to go to sleep myself, but
What is the prize fund at stake here?
All right, let's see. The biggest prize is the glory, which they're definitely competing for here. Okay, so 3rd place in the under 2000 section will be going home with, why won't my spreadsheet load? $34.
$34. You heard it first here. $34.
That is a lot of fast food meals. That's
ton of money there.
I don't know why you would want to oversleep for something like that. Like that's free money.
That is.
Yeah, this is more intense than I expected.
So we are hoping to increase the prize fund for future tournaments. But there's more money in the open section, and it's all donated by interested people. We don't have sponsors lined up or anything like that. So Night Mates for pure essence. Did I hear grind in the call here? Or was that Raven? Raven. Hey Raven.
Hi.
How you doing?
Maybe it is grind inside of Raven's body.
They honestly they have similar voices in my opinion, but maybe I'm like wildly off about that. I'd have to hear them both together.
People often say that I could be grinds like fucking what's it called?
Doppelganger.
Like stunt double or something. Doppelganger, yes. There's something about us. We're the same person.
What happens when you play each other?
I don't know. I resign.
Thank you for the follow from Taza Decaf3. Really appreciate it. So
appearance
this is
refuses to play
quite a warm up game because they're playing they're playing people rated much higher than them. So it should be a breeze to play their actual opponents after matches like this.
Wait, what are they waiting for their opponents, or
And they are waiting for their opponents.
Are they online? Who's their opponents?
Their opponents are JNails and DontKno. I mean,
Okay,
honestly, I would have been better off if you said who are their opponents, and I should have replied, "Don't know." And then you could take that many different ways.
It looks like DontKno is online. I guess he's waiting for JNails.
Yeah, so it looks like the players are going to wait for a few more minutes to see if JNails is going to arrive, and if not, I guess they're going to end up rescheduling.
Aren't they like fully capable of like claiming the win if they don't show up?
No. So like when we have miscommunications and stuff like this, like we sort of resolve it on a case by case basis. Yeah, like in cases where like a team was just like completely negligent, then like we are going to have to just rule that as a forfeit loss. But yeah, we'd have to. Yeah, we'll look into the case and see what exactly happened here and why the match wasn't played in time. But definitely it would be preferable to have the match rescheduled to just having it be a forfeit.
So Tainted Streetlight is up by an enormous amount of time here. A knight is very good for him for e4. He could just take the rook on h1, promote to knight, gain some time. He also has rook takes bishop as a possibility.
Yeah, rook takes bishop looks strong.
I figure if I just name every legal move, eventually Miss Fairy Queen is gonna say, "That's exactly what I was thinking," and I will seem like a genius.
Knight fg5.
So a rook now mates in 1, and a rook is forced. The blunderman1 board.
Oh, very nice coordination there.
They brought their A game. Ooh.
You would like to think that that's coordination and not a big coincidence. Honestly, but so Milena 0 is not in check though, and could try something like knight at e3, and try to get some sort of attack.
No, I think I will chalk that up to coordination because it's not like rook at h8 while we have a bishop on g7 is really like helping Blunderman's position. Like I think that was actually planned.
It probably was planned. Is the prediction market over? I forget if it's still going. Let me check. But I left it open for 15 minutes when I rolled it out. Okay, so right now, submissions are closed. So 86% of you think that blunderman1 and Tainted Streetlight are going to win. 14% think JNails and DontKno are going to win. There's going to be bits changing hand at the end. What's that, Raven?
Is there a way to predict that the match doesn't happen at all?
That's a great question. So the way that Twitch has made this, like you can only provide 2 options, I think. So I wasn't able to provide a match doesn't happen option. It looks like I have a chat request on chess.com. I don't want to open it up in case there's crazy stuff.
No, I have it open. That was just them saying that they were going to wait for a little while longer and then see if they need to reschedule.
Okay.
Okay. At this point, I'm actually going to just go ahead and inform the players to reschedule. Yeah.
So was JNails the one who didn't show up the last time this was scheduled, or was it a different person?
Yeah, the last time it was JNails who didn't show. I think he showed up in time for the match, but when I asked him about his upcoming match, it was news to him that he had an upcoming match. Apparently, he had provided some times that he was available to his partner, and then his partner just scheduled it and didn't tell him that it was one of those times.
Okay.
And I don't know if that's what's happening here, or if they did agree to a time and JNails just did not show up.
Hey guys. We are we're debating right now. Maybe we had thrown out a time that was like maybe an hour later, so it's hard to know. Maybe he just internalized the wrong time. I'm not sure.
Okay. So were you guys all in a group chat together? So was this confirmed with both parties from the other team, or?
Yeah, we had both agreed. Both teams had agreed. I mean, JNails is in that chat, but let me actually look back and see what he said.
So this is Tainted Streetlight in the call right now. Is one of the players.
Okay, it's not that important to get the details on it right now. I know there was a previous match with that team that was scheduled without both players communicating to each other that they had agreed on a time. So I was just checking to see if that's what happened here, if we actually did get confirmation from all four players. But yeah, at this point, it probably makes sense to plan on rescheduling. And I can start a new chat with all of you guys in it, just so I can be there to confirm whatever the new time is.
Yeah, so I have him in chat saying 20 UTC Wednesday, which would have been 3:00 Eastern, and so. But yeah, I mean,
okay.
We're all just we're more happy to just play. So it's none of us are like trying to get the win or anything.
Okay, what if I told you there was $34 whole on them? Like, then would you? Because I don't know. Like, I feel like I would be willing to murder JNails for $34.
In a video game. In a video game.
What's the price of friendship, guys? It's got to be more than $34. I'm getting the feeling of a hard disagree there. All right, we'll call it off then, and we'll reschedule.
Blunderman1 in the chat says he's calling the lawyers in to make this happen.
My man Blunderman is serious. Now, I think in the event that a match isn't played, the prize money actually goes to the organizers.
See you working that angle. Scary Snakes, what's your chess.com name?
There are several answers to that question.
Yeah, I'm Scary Snakes and also Crimson Vortex.
Okay. Well, big thanks to you guys for organizing again.
Yeah, happy to help.
Wouldn't have joined if I hadn't seen your post in a Lee Chess tournament.
Awesome! I'm so glad that you guys are here. Also, I just like to take a moment to shout out all the tournament organizers who have made this possible. The homie Archduke Shrimp, Go Burritos, Legion Destroyer. All did amazing work to help put this together. I'm so proud of what we did.
For sure.
Yeah, it's been a great event, and there's still more to go here.
Good for the community.
I hope it'll be an annual thing now.
Be nice to attract someone like Hikaru and get some mad viewership next year.
I mean, honestly, that's the chess.com angle. That it's funny you say that, because there are a lot of Bughouse players who've said the opposite. Because chess.com initially was saying that they want to have a paid tournament, but they're not gonna invite actual Bughouse players. They're gonna invite Hikaru and other GMs to play in it. And the community was what? How can you call it a world championship if you don't have if you don't invite 12 Teen and Chicken Cross Road, and you do invite Hikaru and other people who don't play Bughouse?
Yeah, that would be ridiculous.
Yeah, I mean, I guess the point is like the average viewer isn't aware of those people. Like I would
Right.
assume most people would
So,
just assume that
the point, the chess.com's angle is to give Bughouse more exposure by inviting big names rather than Bughouse players.
Yeah.
That's fine. Just don't call it a Bughouse World Championship.
Yeah, I would call it a
True.
Bughouse
Shots
scrimmage,
fired.
maybe. I mean, at least if you're going to call it a Bughouse World Championship, at least go like half-half. Like, for every GM who doesn't play Bughouse that you invite like a real Bughouse player, and then the world can see who wins that.
Well, they did do that Crazy House tournament, right? And they invited people like I can't remember if Chicken Crossroad was in that one, but Jan Lee was definitely in that.
Yeah, no, that was actual Crazy House players.
Yeah. So like
Yeah.
I don't see why
And-
they couldn't do it again.
But there's also even like less of a learning curve for Crazy House and Buckhouse because to some extent like you can get by on just being able to calculate in Crazy House, whereas in Buckhouse like you have to have some understanding of the game. Just being good at chess won't necessarily translate to being a good
I've
Buckhouse player.
I'm able to tell my friends like I beat a ton of GMs and they're impressed by that. But like if you're a Bughouse player, it's really easy to beat GMs. If you go to any chess tournament, like there will be GMs who will sit down between their games and play some Bughouse and they will get destroyed. They always think that they're hot shit. GMs, IMs, FMs, like they'll sit down and be like, "Oh, this is a kid's game. We will just beat some people up," and they just get utterly destroyed because they don't know what they're doing.
So the real play is you have to tell your friends that it's like a UFC or like a boxing situation where like if you beat them, you claim their title. So like for every grandmaster you beat, like you became a grandmaster yourself. So
I would be a grandmaster many times over if that were the case.
exactly.
No, but getting back to the tournament that chess.com is going to hold, I mean, I don't really have any say in how they organize it, but in my opinion, like there are a lot of GMs that are actually good at Bughouse. There's Nils, there's so
NBL is
both
Yeah.
Caruana and Wesley So actually play a reasonable amount of Bughouse. There is what's his name? The guy who was formerly world number 2, RLM from Fix. Name is escaping me. But
Aronian?
Aronian, yes. Aronian,
Or
very good at Bughouse. like there's a ton of like well-known GMs who they could invite who actually play the game frequently, love the game, and are good at it. So it just mystifies me why chess.com, even if they want to have GMs to attract, why wouldn't you invite the GMs who play Bughouse instead of the GMs who don't play Bughouse?
I mean, I guess if my object is to just like have a popular event, like these things are sort of like indifferent to me because like what's going to get people to watch is like the name recognition. Because like my average viewer, so like I assume the people who care about Buckhouse are going to watch anyways, even if it's a much worse product. And then I just want people to recognize these big names and like, oh, Hikaru, like I recognize that name like much more easily than like Niels Grandilis, even though Niels is like obviously a much stronger Buckhouse player.
But then you also do run the danger of like, if you make it too controversial, you piss off all the real Bughouse players, then there'd be a little bit of backlash. Maybe that's not big enough for community for it to matter.
I mean, it is gonna piss off the Bughouse players. The main thing that pisses off the Bughouse players, I think, is calling it the World Championship and then not inviting any of the good players. So
that's true. Yeah,
it's just kind of
if it was just a tournament, then that'd be great. I'm sure people would love that.
And I have faith that they'll find some sort of system to work that will involve these players, whether it be through qualifiers or through like in like actually making the decision to invite some of these top players. Like But I guess part of that's also on us. Like we should be more actively like messaging chess.com so that they're at least aware of all the things that the community wants. Now they don't always do a good job of like actually listening to this and heeding it, but I think it's still important that like we're sending them updates about like the bugs and problems we have with Bughouse. Like we're sending them suggestions constantly. Like it starts with us to like at least make it salient in their minds.
You mean there's bugs in this?
I'm sorry. This game is perfect. Nothing could possibly.
Yeah, I'm still frustrated that we're like several months in, and well, maybe not several. We're more than a month in, and they still have Bughouse listed on Play and on Variants when it just doesn't work, and
JNails
I get
is
complaints
actually in the
all the
chat.
time about that.
JNails actually in the chat, by the way. He did actually think that it was 21 UTC. I mean, we're still here. I don't know. I can ask if people still want to play.
If JNails is around, yeah, just do it now if everyone's here. By the way, I started watching a random game just to give the viewers something to watch. So I'm following. I have the coronavirus, who was in our chat earlier.
I'm gonna go hop out and get back in the call.
Yeah.
All right, best of luck, dude. Have a good one.
Don't trash talk me too much. I'll listen to the stream later.
No promises.
Oh well, where's burritos? Oh, he
hey
lost so
Guga,
much
hey
money
Trana,
betting on
thanks for watching.
that to happen.
So
Burritos
Insect
is so lucky
Security
that he
Guard says
couldn't
play
actually-
Botez Gambit. I play Botez Gambit regularly when I'm playing rather than watching, and it is always unintentional.
Yeah, I've actually never dropped a piece in a Bughouse game. Like, it's probably because of my background in chess and me being so strong that this has never happened to me.
Definitely helps. So all time can take a free queen, a free rook, many things that can go.
Oh, which game are we watching?
Oh, I was watching. I have the coronavirus.
Oh, good, nice choice. Oh, can someone create an I have the corona vaccine account? Is maybe the only one who can defeat this player.
So there is mate, but it would give a knight. Knight's fine now though. Oh, he missed queen to d4 last move, which just won immediately.
I guess they were just crushing on both boards. So.
All right, let's see if we can find another random game. Here we have a grandmaster play Bughouse.
Ooh.
And we see this particular grandmaster, Win Z, is a 2200. So this is another example where I consider myself a better player than a grandmaster.
So hold on. Okay, rook mates for Fnac. That's why he's not taking the queen here. So what's gonna happen here? So Horko's getting queen because we have knight takes h6.
Then probably pawn at g7.
Oh, they're double sitting though now. Like
Is it that made him? Oh, not quite made him one, but yeah, queen takes bishop, and the knight mates. Oh, knight and then rook here mates.
Rook h4. Yeah.
Thanks for the bits from Chess Variants. So I gave Chess Variants a shout out. This is Tronic, who he is streaming Chess Variants, and you should go follow that link and drop him a follow. He's very good at 4-player chess, and he's also playing some giveaway, some Fog of War, some Bughouse, and other things. Trying to get him to affiliate.
Speaking of very good at 4-player chess, we have not only the Bughouse legend, also the 4PC legend in chat.
Yeah, Miss Fairy Queen is amazing at 4-player chess, especially FFA and solos. I really miss her streams because I felt I learned a lot watching her streams.
Oh, I feel like that's a call out. I feel like you gotta start streaming now.
No, Chuck has been begging me to get back on the streaming.
Hey,
Yeah,
no, he's like that's
your streams were really instructive. I learned a lot about the game. Like people were shocked when I started playing 4-player chess and I got like decent really fast. I mean, it's all relative what decent is, but like people were shocked in how few games I got to 2000 at FFA, and that was just because I watched a lot of Miss Fairy Queen streams. I knew a lot of the strategies. And I learned a lot of the team strategies from watching Tom 4-player chess and a lot of the other team streams.
How many 4-player streamers are there right now?
There are more and more nowadays. If I had to, active streamers, there's probably maybe like 5 or 6 or something like that. And then inactive, there's probably about the same number.
not gonna lie. I would much rather see some Fairy Queen Bughouse streams than 4PC.
I would like to see both. So, Miss Fairy Queen, have you played a lot of games with Cha Cha Real Smooth?
So I played a few games here and there with them. For example, I played one that was more, I think it was Bullet FFA that we played, and I don't think he likes me very much because I kind of ruined what he was trying to do in the game.
Were you his opposite and not helping him out or something?
No, I was actually next to him, but we got down to like a 3-way or something, and he was trying to manipulate me to get himself into a winning position, and I wasn't buying into it.
So guys, we have the actual tournament going on now. Should I restart the stream to have a clean thing of the tournament, or should we just keep rolling here and people can? I guess I'll keep rolling and I'll just make a highlight starting here.
Okay, that makes sense.
So we have blunderman1 and Tainted Streetlight versus JNails and DontKno. This is the Bughouse World Championship, the under 2000 section, and we are playing for 3rd versus 4th place in the final tournament standings. And there is a money difference here of, I believe, $34 versus $0. Is that correct, or does 4th place get something?
That is correct. 3rd place gets everything, including the glory.
Okay.
Winner.
So if we're
becomes winner of the open section as well, right?
that is correct. Actually, I forgot to point that out. Actually.
Blunderman and Tainted are doing quite well here.
Yeah, I would have liked to see C6 there instead of Proof in the Night, but Blunderman as a safe king, Tainted Streetlight as a very safe king, and Tainted Streetlight has been winning some pieces.
Also, time advantage.
Time advantage too, and that's the most surprising thing about it, because DontKno and JNails are quite fast.
JNails has some initiative here, though.
The
done
rook,
this much
the
time.
rook threat is good. Blunderman.
Yeah, like we can't allow Rook to make us down this much time. Okay, so maybe just
he has to go like F3.
Yeah. This is like also fine. I don't like it as much.
Knight at F6. Knight at F6. Knight takes rook.
I'm sure that we're taking this. Yeah, like our partner.
So you think queen takes and then pawn takes?
I think knight takes e4 is better, maybe.
Queen takes F6 is great for his partner also.
Ooh,
that's this king is safe at least. I mean,
but they're double spinning.
Oh, that was interesting to take off that instead of the rook. Yeah,
we're
that's
still
probably a
looking
better
at it.
defensive choice.
Uh,
I like
I
this
ended up
for
losing the
initiative.
queen anyways.
yeah, I think Blunderman's really going to be feeling the pain of not giving the queen when he had the chance. They're up time. I would be asking for sit here.
He should be sitting for f6.
He has enough pieces, I think.
Yeah, he's doing good on pieces. I like that move. Now I can move the existing bishop to g5.
Yeah, class move.
This is going to be mate. You have to push the pawn to give you some luft, but I mean, he's dead anyway, no matter what.
That will solve none of his problems.
Yeah, the problem here was that his partner didn't sit at. I mean, if they had sat at the right moment because of the uptime, they could have gone away.
Yeah.
Gone safe again.
Leitner's asking
Yeah, no,
who the co-commentators are. So we have Miss Fairy Queen, we have Scary Snakes, and we have Go-Go Burritos all in the call here. And he did end up pushing the pawn.
Okay, but
So
down to
pawn at g6 is a good way of going. Pawn takes,
knight h6
rook
also
in,
work.
or knight at h7. There's 2 ways to mate here. Oh, 3 ways to mate, or pawn at e7.
No, there is
all
one way to checkmate, and it is with the pawn. If he does not play pawn at e7, oh, why did they resign? I really need to let him checkmate with the pawn.
Oh, that was interesting that any piece mated, like the knight mated, the rook mated, the pawn mated. Our score right now is 1-0. 1-0 favoring DontKno and DontNet and JNails. What was that, Miss Fairy Queen? Sack alert?
It was a sack alert, double sack alert.
What the whole point? So I played this often, and the whole point of taking that was to play bishop at c4 and then bishop takes knight. But he put the bishop on a6, where it's not nearly as useful. It's just
pawn at e7 looks unpleasant. Okay, I like the better move though.
It's still
Just 96.
Still pretty good. Now a rook is decisive, and what's the time like? Actually downtime. Oh, I don't like that.
Yeah, if we went for pawn d7 while the knight was on g5, we preserved the threat of knight f7, so the knight would have had to move to f7, and we can take, and then like we have some more initiative there.
Yeah, now a rook mates for JNails. He's gonna try to win the queen instead. Oh, I like knight to. Oh, I like knight the other way. Knight c4 is a little better because it's threatening knight takes b2.
My man does not want to give this queen.
Knight d5 maybe. Knight d2.
Yeah, knight d2. He can pick up some pieces here. Knight takes bishop, and then a knight will mate.
I would have waited for knight at d2. Like the knight's forced on DontKno support. They were up time, but okay, now they're double sitting though. This solves none of their problems.
Yeah, so now pawns are good. Pawn at g2 maybe. The bishop covers g5, so we can't see pawn at f7 and then knight at g5. So pawn at e2 is quite good. He's retreating. That's fine.
So rook mates now. Let's see.
Yeah, so the smothered mate, followed by knight at d2.
You can just play knight at f4 and keep going.
Yeah, promote this is also good. Are they up time? Oh yeah, we can just sit actually.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, this is just the sit.
So with them both sitting, Blunderman is going to run out of time first, so he has to move.
Bishop f1, I respect it.
Oh, I mean, it was a good way to try to win some time. Now the time is fairly even. And that was a great move too, because the pawn is meaningless, can't be put on the back rank. And it ended up gaining like 2 seconds.
Yeah, my man's Blunderman needs to let go of some of these queens. I think that was 2 straight games where his life would have been a lot easier if we just sacrificed our queen. And in both games, like we ended up having to sacrifice the queen anyways. We just did it with a lot more pain and suffering.
Why does he hate free pawns? Makes me sad. JNails getting a great attack here. He
Ooh.
did not want the queen for some reason. Going for
He
initiative.
said, "I want your life." I don't think he's gonna get it though.
Well, if he gets another bishop, then that is not the place for the bishop. I like pawn at d5 here.
Yeah, so
Don't
do I.
like that.
I also don't like that.
Some strange moves.
These are not approved moves he's making.
Hey, okay, I like that move. Knight f4. Good job.
Tainted Streetlight is still surprisingly safe. Because
Knight takes
the queen covers f2. Oh, I would have taken that with knight, not with the bishop. Now he is less safe. Oh, knight at f3 was better. Picked up a free queen. But
Bishop
again,
F3.
maybe he's going for mate.
Knight e6.
On the JNails board,
Bishop at h5 is a good offensive defense. For tainted streetlight.
Yeah, literally anything. So guys, when there's a knight one square away from your king, you leave it there.
yeah,
Because it gets in the way of your opponent checkmating.
This is Tainted Streetlight's best piece. So he's going to leave that there as long as possible.
Also, does anyone know what happened on JNails and blunderman's board? I feel like a lot of things happened that
No,
I didn't understand.
I looked away, and then when I looked back, Blunderman was pretty dead.
He knight at e6, maybe not.
I like knight at a6. Now I would take the d knight and use that to take f4. This is a good move too. I like this. If rook takes, you can promote to knight.
I mean,
And now pawns are decisive. Yeah, that's great. Knight takes. Yeah, that's a free bishop with mate. The best kind of free bishop. I'll take my free bishop with a side of checkmate. So the score is now 3-0, favoring JNails and DontKno.
I suspect this match will end up being very close. So,
that's what we thought, but it's been a blowout so far.
In score only, I think in part like what's showing now is the experience of JNails and DontKno. They're sort of fighting.
There's a lot of light square weaknesses on the Blunderman board. And he has seen that. He doesn't care about his bishops because he's going for checkmate. And if it were JNails' move, he would have checkmate with pawn at f7, followed by knight at g6. This is hard to defend.
Hard to defend.
I think he needs to play, but yeah, bishop takes pawn, and then he creates some loft, maybe pawn in. But he's going to be, there's going to be a king rung for sure here. Well, okay, not for sure, because he's just going to walk into checkmate.
Yo, my man's is brave. Hey, Chuck, he knew you were watching. I was like, oh, Chuck's going to kill me if I don't take this free bishop. It has to be done.
Even I don't take all free bishops.
Hey, I guess you're just not as real as Blunderman is. My favorite part is that he thought about it. He's like, I know that this is a bad decision, but I'm going to take this bishop anyways.
I mean, I can understand it. Like, if you calculate it out and you're like, well, I made it for sure, might as well take a bishop.
Yes. Okay. That move has my biggest seal of approval thus far.
So DontKno has picked up like 8 pawns here. I'm a fan of this play.
But sure, at f4 is a nice move.
Ooh, I'm not a fan of that.
Move. Hey, let's
Oh,
Let's
not
get
only
the
that, it
bishop
looks
to
like Tainted
sort of
Streetlight probably has mate here. So I'm looking at rook in, knight at g3, knight at f2. Does that work? It involves a lot of sacks,
I don't
but
think so. I think we're short because the pawn's on g3. Because we're gonna have to go like the only check after that is like queen takes g3, and that doesn't look like enough.
so
Knight at a3. Nice.
maybe queen takes pawn here. Queen takes g3.
Yeah.
Oh,
That
he's
looks
good.
good.
He's
I
going
guess.
for it.
Well, I assume it's just gonna take the queen now.
What do you mean take the queen? He's in
Oh.
check.
Well, I was saying, I assume Tainted Streetlight's gonna go knight f2 and take the queen.
Oh, take d1, you mean?
Yeah. So if we take on g1, the queen ends up next to king. I think DontKnow's super safe. Okay, this is sort of like an inversion, because we get a similar position with the queen takes g3.
Bishop takes knight. Just
Yeah.
easy here.
That is a chess move. I don't know if they'll see chess moves. He saw the chess move.
Whoa. Well, okay, but pawn mates blunderman now. That was not the play.
Well, there's no pawn yet, and they are up
Oh,
high.
they're up
Fine, they should
high.
just sit.
Yeah, and they are sitting.
Oh, my man's blunderman. Oh, he's different.
And so when his Tainted Streetlights move, he's now going to pick up a free queen because of pawn takes g1 followed by knight at f2. Or no, I'm sorry, the bishop covers. Bishops can move backwards, my bad. But still, he would like a rook, and he has the rook now, so I still like pawn takes rook when it's his move.
Blunderman could have gone on the attack there, knight at h6.
This is interesting. So he's trying to prevent the bishop from taking the f2 square.
I mean, I
Queen
like
takes
this
bishop.
idea.
Yeah, I like it.
He's taking off to play some
Queen takes
like
pawn. He's going to continue taking the stuff.
Pawn at g3. Get some more pawns. Let's go for repetition.
Okay, this has got to be mate.
Is ignoring everything. Yeah, just not f1.
That was not it, but yeah, this still works. This is a good continuation with pawn at g4, pawn at g3, and then rook at h2.
Oh, he's not about it. He didn't prove pawn at g3. He is not about it.
So our score is now 4-1, favoring DontKno and JNails.
Yo, Tainted Streetlight with the pre-moves out of the opening? Okay.
DontKno with the a3?
Okay, knight wins queen.
That would be a crazy piece here.
He's going for the knight.
He acquired the sauce.
The knight can just retreat though, or he could just sit.
Oh, man says, I'm not defending knight. Just
He's going to continue to attack. Now he's defending the knight thing. Now knight takes g2 is on. Or queen takes. They're both good.
I like knight takes here.
Queen
takes me right, just take your knight. Ooh. Fancy. Or we could play none of those things. That's what we're going to do.
I think he figured that a knight was bad for his partner, so that's why he retreated to the knight.
Partner looks increasingly dead here.
Yeah.
Artist said, I don't need him to have a knight to kill myself. Okay, so knight is moderately unpleasant here for Blunderman.
Yeah, a knight slightly checkmates. But I mean, even a pawn is pretty crushing with pawn at f2.
Right,
he could even throw the bishop in at f2 if he wanted to, but I would wait for a pawn.
Oh, but yeah, no, I would definitely sit for the pawn here. Well, now they're down time though. Yeah, DontKno should just like sack something. For
well, he could just pick up a free queen with knight h2, bishop takes queen.
Oh, stop moving. Okay.
Oh, there's a pawn. That's not the right place for the pawn, but
yeah, because this allows bishop at f2, but
Well, I would just take that bishop, and maybe he can put the next pawn in the right place. Okay, that's reasonable. Now he can
Bishop
promote.
takes h2. Yeah, so that was another case where
Move the
it's like
queen to
different.
h2. Move the queen to h2, and you're threatening queen takes g2.
Yeah, so that's another case where we had a knight near our king.
Bishop at
We-
f3.
What?
Bishop at f3. Look.
He did none of those things. He just sacked his fake queen and took a real queen. I guess that's kind of reasonable, but I like to treat my fake queens like they're real queens in general, rather than just throwing them away.
Why is JNails still getting pieces? He should have 0 pieces right now. Are we stopping moving? Have we decided to make JNails play chess?
Yeah, a pawn is devastating for JNails, but he's gonna
Just
keep
king D1.
rolling.
Okay.
Maybe time to start making hero moves with the H pawn and just promote all that.
Rook g1 coming.
That I do not like. The c5 is just a terrible move. It opens up a lot of weaknesses, doesn't do anything good.
Alright, bishop e3. Okay, yeah, now we can move. Alright, we didn't need to take that, but okay. Whoa. So we're somehow less safe than when we started sitting. That's
Yeah.
actually quite impressive.
Now a knight would be very good for JNails. JNails is now up 10 seconds, so he's going to get stuff. A rook mates for him, a knight is really good.
You can just take a queen. Hey,
Nope. My partner's board doesn't exist. We play for me.
And Blunderman is getting a counterattack. A mating counterattack, it looks like. I think
Why is Blunderman getting pieces? Wait.
Wow.
wow.
That turned around quickly. So all JNails had to do was sit for the mating piece. All his partner had to do was take the mating piece. Neither of those things happened.
But also at the end,
the rook.
like Blunderman should not be capable of being able to attack there. Like that attack was brought to you by DontKno. And probably JNails for also not telling his partner to stop moving. Like why is everyone getting every piece in the universe downtime? I don't know what's happening.
They must have got a lesson from Gus.
Oh.
So our score right now is 4-2, favoring JNails and DontKno. JNails
going in. Okay, I don't
At
think
the
he
very
wants.
least,
I
he
mean,
can
we're
pick
taking
up
the
the
queen
free
with check.
queen.
I'm convinced that if we weren't taking the queen with check, he definitely would try to play something else to just kill him.
Okay, mate is coming, knight at, and now upon mates.
I mean, they're only down 20 seconds, so maybe he can
There's
hold
the pawn.
literally everything.
Pawn to g7, promote that.
Now will he get a
Move his
bishop?
existing
What?
queen.
True.
Oh, this king's on a mission. Let's go, king. I believe in you.
Other queen
Well,
can take.
wait, no, let's not. Let's not. Okay, I'm believing in you a little bit less. Just
Knight check.
but a lot safer when that queen was over on g8. Just.
I mean, he's still living so far, but I feel like
play
not long
A4.
for this world. So he can give up one of these queens
You just
to
play a4.
an attack. I like a4, yeah.
He's probably sitting for.
Don't like that move.
And now he's like more encouraged to play a4.
Oh well, now queen takes pawn, then queen takes that again.
Oh, nice. Or not.
Well, that worked too. So that the pawn takes created a square for the knight, which is what he used. Our score is now 5-2.
More important, it gave Blunderman a chance to take the queen, and as we have learned today, if there is a piece to take, he will take it.
So Blunderman seems to put a new pawn on e6 a lot of these openings, and that prevents the the early sack. But JNails still finds a way in here. JNails is relentless in
very
attacking.
good point. And in the chess.com chat, that's actually really like insightful for this.
Oh, the
match.
Go-Go Burritos? Yeah.
Yeah, that's like that could like play a huge role in like determining this as well.
Yeah, so luckily the players can't see the chat in the chess.com because that could have tipped the scales in one direction or the other.
Because I'm not sure if they're actually aware of your mom at this point in time.
Yeah, for sure.
Okay, Tainted Streetlight has an incredible position here.
JNails has a great position also. That's a free queen.
Pawn e7 maybe was better. He has pawn d6.
All right, this looks moderately unpleasant. So we go bishop at f6, but the problem is he has more pawns than we have bishops.
Well, that he can go for a draw. That's okay. I like knight takes bishop and then pawn check, or maybe even move the bishop.
Work also made. It's queen at d1 for DontKno.
Oh well, okay, that was a wasted pawn. I'm going to error the bishop move, which also made it. But yeah, you can't ignore this threat on e7. So our score right now is 6-2, favoring DontKno and JNails. Hey Rosie, I'm doing well. How are you doing?
So I think what we're seeing here is just like the real class of JNails as a player. Like he's really setting himself apart from the other players in this match, I think. That being said,
I mean, JNails and DontKno are both relentless attackers, and if their opponents let them keep getting pieces, then rather than sit in where appropriate, I think JNails and DontKno are eventually going to find mate.
Yeah, I think coordination's been like a huge part of this this match, like not knowing when to sit and sitting like a little bit too late at some points. That being said, I'm still expecting a comeback to some degree from the Blunderman Tainted Streetlight team. Like they don't appear to me as a team that's outclassed in any of these games.
Yeah, I agree. This is a good defensive move from JNails because of the scary rook file. Now that that's defended, he's going to continue with his attack. I like knight at f5 as a possibility to attack the queen. And if pawn takes, then there's pawn at f7. Don't like this nearly as much. I still like knight at f5 now. That is a free knight. But he did not want the free knight for some reason. So honestly, if I had to make a course for Bughouse players and charge, I don't know, maybe like $100 for my video lesson, and it would be entitled this one simple trick to improve your Bughouse game. Basically, it would be me saying over and over again for a half hour, bishops move backwards, because I think there's a lot of Bughouse players that don't realize that, and this is a case in point.
Bishops.
So I'm just saying. No, don't believe him, Brios. He's definitely lying right now. There's literally no way that bishops can move backwards. Like it's not possible.
It's like walking backwards. You just fall.
Yeah, like so. Okay, I hate to like put him under fire, but like I heard Chuck one time actually saying that pawns could move forward. Like I don't think this is a guy's opinion we can trust.
Yeah.
Yo, JNails kind of getting hammered right now.
Just feeding.
Yeah, because Tainted Streetlight has realized it is possible to sit. Queen takes pawn. Okay, he's gonna throw that up first. Queen takes pawn. He's just gonna win more pieces. Queen takes pawn.
Don't do it. Don't do it. No, play a check. Play a check. Come on. Yo, this pawn on f7 gives you power. He's definitely sitting for like pawn at e3 or something, which Yep, we're not taking
you
the
were
pawn.
correct. All
We're
right,
not
so now I
taking
can
the
take
pawn.
that. All right,
I hope this
so
pawn stays here
so
the entire
honestly,
time.
like bishop at
c5.
c5 would be interesting. Knight at c3.
He didn't
He-
take the
You
queen.
could put, even rook takes g2 looks fun to make a.
Now he
mate in
has the
that.
bishop.
Oh,
Okay,
no,
this is
don't know.
probably
Stop
mated.
moving.
JNails is mated.
Yeah,
they're up
don't know
one.
should keep moving. Tainted Streetlight.
Well, okay,
should.
now.
Tainted
I guess
with
it was
the-
already
with
made.
the speed.
Yeah, I mean, so there's already enough to mate. If king goes over, queen here's mate. King goes here, queen here's mate.
Free pawns.
So JNails is not going to move for the rest of the game.
Okay, they're just gonna lose if DontKno doesn't attack.
Whoa!
Okay.
Oh my God, that's mate.
Oh, queen e8, big brain. No. He found the only way. Queen e8.
Yeah.
Queen
So
E8, let him
queen
know.
f8 was mate immediately. Queen e8 not so much.
No. He said, "I want you to sit here and suffer." Queen
I don't
e8.
know
strong.
about this queen f8 nonsense.
No, it's trash move. Like you force him to grab the bishop and move it backwards. Like, oh,
What was that?
We paused.
That's okay. That's screwing up our totals. So who just resigned there?
no, that was a team of 1200s and
Oh,
1800s.
okay. I see.
Oh, JNails with the pre moves.
Ooh, c6. Interesting.
Oh, pawn at e3 with white. Blunderman said, "I will not die."
Okay, queen takes g5. That's a free knight.
I'm on the knight on c6 was hanging, but I definitely would have taken it. So, I like Blunderman's position now.
Okay, maybe a knight's kind of annoying now.
I like
C3.
this move. It gives the king luft in the future. Oh, I don't like that move.
Right. Oh no, just give the point,
Knives,
please.
just creative weaknesses.
Please.
Okay.
No, yeah. Oh yes, let's go. We're learning. All right. The man has learned his lesson.
Okay. This doesn't look that bad for Blunderman.
So not.
Yeah, I like knight takes pawn.
It looks pretty bad.
Yeah, maybe it is pretty
I'm
bad.
not sure about taking e4 afterwards, but I'm just glad that we decided to give our queen.
Okay, I would not go b3 though. I would have gone
Nah.
bishop at e2.
Yeah, I would have put something on e2 to guard d3. That's just begging to be taken. Of one of these.
His partner looks dead.
That was the wrong one to take, but that's okay.
Walking into the discovery.
So now, yeah,
Also,
just
Streetlight is
throw
dead.
stiff on the diagonals. Oh, take that. Bishop
Sure it
mate.
is.
They're both dead. And downtime.
Oh, he's just feeding his partner.
Queen g5 kills it. Anything wins.
Yeah, queen g5, nice find. Get more of the existing pieces into the attack. Our score is now 7-3, favoring JNails and DontKno. And is the magic number 16? Is that right?
It's first to 11.
First to 11.
Pawn
Oh, okay.
e6.
Yo, my man Blunderman is for real. He said, "I will not die." He played pawn e3 with white last time too. Like,
And
he is going to make JNails.
he didn't just play pawn at e6. He waited for the pawn to put on e6.
Yeah,
too.
but JNails, like he's done this a bunch of times. He's seen that d6 is the weakness. The dark squares are the weaknesses. There. Now he's taken that so he can play knight at
Now he can kill him.
c7 and win the queen.
Okay, castle. Maybe.
He's finding a way in. Ooh, that was
I
not
think
the place to
DontKno
move
just
the bishop.
missed mate. Oh no, he didn't just miss mate. There's king h1.
That's a great move. I love using the existing bishop. Pawn takes. Right, and pawn takes g7. Okay. It's a free rook. Well, not quite free, but it helps him with the initiative.
I don't even know if we can take back because of the threat of pawn at g7. But yeah, downtime. I mean, this is just a loss here.
Yeah.
These guys aren't really working the clock very
Now,
hard.
now I like knight takes knight, followed by bishop takes rook. Oh, okay, pawn mates. That's a great move too.
I don't know. I think this might be a little safer.
Yeah, where's the mate?
Like rough time, I could set for pawn at g7.
I don't like taking the rook there. I would have taken the knight first. Okay, so
Nice move.
that's a nice move. So a rook mates.
Does a rook
So
mate? I don't think a rook mates.
maybe it doesn't. I thought, well, with queen takes knight, it would definitely be
maybe.
good. I think queen takes knight is the move anyway. So bishop at e8. And a pawn is quite good.
Okay,
So queen takes
knight.
f5 now.
Yeah,
Queen takes f5 is good too. I like it.
But he needs one more pawn. Oh, he
Yeah,
finds
okay, and he finds this. Oh, but time is even. No, you have to bring king h8 here. Don't go. Please.
Yeah, but he can also play bishop takes knight while he's waiting for stuff.
It's the strategic double sit. It's the strategic double sit. This is planned.
Yeah, the double sit is not good for them. They're down 25 seconds.
It was planned.
Yeah, so this is a good time to actually like stop and like talk about match strategy and how we're moving forward. So to some extent, I think JNails is just like outplaying Blunderman here, which is making it a bit difficult. So one of the things I might want to do is start sitting earlier against JNails. Like even if the time is like close, just like a scramble favors a position where JNails just gets enough pieces to eventually outplay. This is another option they can do. Like Blunderman is turtling here and saying, okay, if I don't die, like we're winning material every game, and then we can try to use our uptime.
Well, I mean, he lost some material while turtling, but I think the expectation is he'll win more material in the future.
Streetlight looks pretty safe though.
Ooh, I think Blunderman is missing some opportunities here. I would even play bishop f5 is fun, because if he doesn't notice, then there's the knight threat. But this is good too. I like it.
Any move that's aiming at these light scores is good. Bishop g5
Yes,
as well.
putting more pieces on the board is good.
How did Streetlight get absolutely?
I think he's fine here. Like we need like queen or like rook.
Yeah,
to go
he's
pawn
fine,
at
especially since his partner was able to give him a piece to put on g2, or not a piece, but a move where DontKno didn't have anything. And really, he should be sitting. Blunderman should be sitting to let Tainted Streetlight put all of these pieces on the board. If he doesn't do that, if he doesn't sit, then if he doesn't sit, then it doesn't matter all the pieces Tainted Streetlight has in his hand, because he could end the game with them still in his hand.
Okay, I think we need to cover f6 as Blunderman, so maybe like knight h5 here. Okay, like pawn at e7. This is also reasonable.
Yep. Ooh, there's a sack on the Tainted Streetlight board.
Oh no, it's a queen trade. There was a queen on f6.
Oh, okay.
But does that have to be taken immediately? Okay, he does.
So, okay. So Tainted Streetlight needs to either. I think he should defend with just knight c3, guard in the back rank.
No, I like this fan if you're attacking it. Okay, now.
Okay, this is made in 2. pawn g4.
Yeah,
Maybe
because
No, no,
the
you gotta
knight
make a pawn.
covers. You're right. Bishop takes pawn and queen
Well,
takes. It's not quite
Oh,
mate,
no, we
but
need to
but
save the
still
pawn actually.
still helps a lot.
No, but we had mate there.
Yeah, no,
instead of
because he
pursuing
wasted a
E3.
bishop. He could have had the bishop for g7, but he's taken all the pieces on the board, so I'm happy about that. Not only that, he's using his existing pieces. Love to see
Oh,
it.
king takes
Okay,
is forced.
queen.
No,
That's
no,
mate.
queen
Mate in one.
h6.
Queen h6.
Queen h5 or 6. Yeah. Well,
Good,
Our score is
nice
now
game there.
8-4, favoring DontKno and JNails. I don't know what that is. I'm gonna assume that you are a spammer, because those are your only 2 messages in my stream. Let me just ban you. Hey, Plotkin. Yeah, the Plotkin, the match score is 8-4, favoring DontKno and JNails. And this is a match for the under 2000 section, 3rd versus 4th place.
Okay, so in the grand scheme of things, I think like pawn d3 and pawn d6, I think these are like bad moves, and like sitting further out of the opening is not good. But strategically, in terms of this match, I think in the games where JNails hasn't been able to get in, they've just had really good positions. So while I don't believe in this move objectively, like I think it actually makes a lot of sense for them strategically in this match. Because I think JNails and DontKno are going to sack material at some point during this match. They just need to be given time to do so.
Ooh, I liked knight at g3 before.
Oh yeah,
because
for
of the
sure. Because
pin.
this like helps our bishop cover the squares. Yeah, just bishop at f3.
So DontKno should sit. Oh, that was the perfect place to sit. Because without that pawn,
I
Blunderman
don't
was in
think there's
trouble.
anything though. I don't think he had anything.
He did with that pawn, didn't he?
Oh yeah, there's sort of knight f3.
Oh yeah. Hello, knight f3.
So now JNails would like a rook.
I mean, it
And-
shouldn't be coming. Like,
And DontKno would like to live. Actually, knight takes e3 is pretty good defensively and attacking the queen.
so we should maybe prevent that, or not.
Knight e3. Don't like that move.
Okay, now I'm sitting here because I want to go like pawn h3 and keep my attack. And I think so we haven't seen this scramble at all today, but I think I like my chances. Whoa. Okay.
So
Pawn mates.
yeah, bishop takes knight for sure on the tainted streetlight board.
Yeah, I would be doing this sooner rather than later.
Yeah.
So that's the type of scenario where like it's hard to commit because you can get tricked. But given that you're already down 2 seconds, like you have to pre-move king h1 there. Like maybe he doesn't play knight at f4, but it's like it's. I think you're never losing or you're never winning if you get down more than 2 seconds in that position.
Oh, that's a nice trick.
Yeah, knight takes e7 with check.
Knight at g3.
Very nice recognition by Blunderman. Yeah, no, it wasn't a nice trick because like if he doesn't realize that knight e7 is with check, like it takes a second to process. Oh, my opponent's threatening mate. Do I need to defend this? Yeah, so that was nice recognition from Blunderman to like instantly see that he could take the pawn with check. And also a nice like attempt from JNails. Okay, so this match is getting.
And there's JNails
close
with the sack that we usually see.
Mhm.
And now h3 is
Yep.
weak. So if JNails continues to get material, he's going to continue attacking. JNails would probably like a bishop, or you could play bishop takes h2.
I think Blunderman's getting safe now, and DontKno gave some material to get these trades for JNails.
Retreat the bishop with check. He's not going to. Okay.
Yeah, there I like something like knight at d4 for blunderman. Even still, knight at d4.
Bishop
I like
takes.
knight at d4
Bishop takes.
or
Knight.
e4. I mean.
Bishop takes knight, and then a knight at g3 would be quite good. Or he could just take the rook. Oh, he's playing it
He
now.
wanted to sit
Oh,
for
don't like
knight,
that. Grab the knight.
but-
I don't think he realizes the bishops move forwards. That's like the corollary to bishops moving
Oh
backwards.
no, we're taking the queen with check though. I was gonna get bishop takes f7 there for blunderman, but probably we don't have enough. Oh, knight g6. This is just mating.
Yep.
I guess he's sitting for knight at, which okay, that's a free knight.
There is a knight. That's mate. So our score right now is 9-5, favoring DontKno and JNails. And the first team to 11 is the winner of this match. Can take the knight and put a pawn in, maybe. Trying to incite him into taking this so he can activate his knight.
Yeah, I think just knight d8 is fine here. Or just ignore is also fine.
Grab the knight. Oh, he's defending instead. Okay. Grab the knight.
h5, I like h5.
Materials. Free material.
Knight e3 here and then take the rook for JNails.
I like knight takes h2 for tainted streetlight. Tainted streetlight is trying to get this rook file open. So he's trying to get him to take this bishop. Oh, he's obliged. That's the rook file. He could even start piling in on f3. It will involve some sacks, but I think it will lead to mate. Bishop at f3. On a more direct route. We like a pawn for g3. Time is very close here. JNails is very close to mate.
Okay, yeah, here we should be sitting though. JNails should get 0 more pieces. Oh, this is
Oh,
very
mate.
nice.
Wow. Fell for it. Tainted streetlight is spamming mate in the chat. Does that mean they're not on voice? Guess not.
No, I'm sure they're in voice. They haven't said anything in chat all match. I think he just wanted the audience to know.
Okay. DontKno is saying 2 games to go. And I think Tainted Streetlight does not agree with that assessment. The score is now, is it 9-6?
That's correct.
Yeah, okay.
You know me, I'm rooting for overtime. I want more matches.
Always.
5 games in a row? No, that would not give me overtime. You can win 4 in a row. I will let you do that. B4. So this is a new approach from Blunderman because he had been going bishop C4 and then pawn at E3. Seems to have worked out well here. Okay, let's go E5. So I wonder if this is maybe like a sign that Blunderman isn't afraid of JNails, because like pawn at E3 is like a scared move. Like this is a please don't kill me sort of move. But okay, this seems to have worked out here. I like his position.
Yeah, maybe his opponent will fall for something here, like checkmate.
Yeah, this seems to be
awkward.
been a miss. But
Yeah,
I mean, he's still
hung a
fine
knight,
though. Like
but
I
he's still
like his position.
okay. Getting a little bit less okay.
Okay, king D1 here on the move. Nope,
that is not the move. Now rook at E1 is going to mate him. Rook at E1. Queen takes. If we want to flex, we promote to a rook.
Always flex.
Or you could just play queen takes.
Rook.
Oh, he resigns before he gets the chance to flex.
Don't tease me like that. I needed to know. All right, let's see if we can refocus here, because that's the type of game that can be tilting. He had a really good position there, and he like actively killed himself.
I mean, what it shows to me is Blunderman is willing to change up his openings, but JNails just has this depth of bughouse experience where, like, it may be a new opening to Blunderman, but I think JNails has seen it all. So I don't think changing openings at this point in the game necessarily favors Blunderman.
I mean, so I think the line he played was better than sitting for pawn at E3.
Oh yeah. No, it's objectively better, but if he doesn't know what to play as a follow-up, then it might not be a good idea.
Well, the reason I prefer to always join is like just from a strategic standpoint, they're doing well in games where Blunderman's living. It's like I'm fine. Oh wait, what was wrong with King E8? Yeah, this
is not the way to go.
Okay, he's allowed us to go B5 though.
Yeah, he should have put a pawn there instead. But that's okay. He can push. Oh, I liked A4 a little better, but this is still pretty good. Oh, never mind. I was wrong. This is better. It gets the queen in.
Well, we're always going to need our partner to find a way to hold knight, but I guess that wasn't really possible.
So that's mate in 1 with knight at A6.
I'm a little sad. I don't think I like badmouth Tainted Streetlights play as much as I would have liked to. So if you're watching the replay, I just want you to know that you're very bad, and this match was entirely your fault.
I mean, honestly, I think this match just came down to experience. I think JNails and DontKno have played a lot more bughouse games. As far as improving, I think Blunderman got attacked a lot by JNails, so I think Blunderman needs to work a little bit on his defense, and I think they both as a team need to work on coordination as far as knowing when to sit, especially against sack sitters. And JNails and DontKno were both aggressive sack sitting attackers. And the only way to beat sack sitting attackers is to sit at the correct times.
And part of me wonders if it's a matchup thing as well, because if I remember correctly, I think Blunderman was top 4 in the last match as well when they played against Truce Baldy, who I think also is an attacking player, and I think they did pretty well there. So like it might have been something specific to his matchup against JNails, which makes you wonder like if Tainted Streetlight had been on top board, would have been any different. But
it would have been interesting to see them switch, but I don't think the result would have mattered because I think JNails and DontKno both have similar sack sit-in attacking styles, and I think they're familiar with each other and know like when to feed each other pieces. So I think really what needs to be done is Tainted Streetlight and Blunderman1 needed to communicate and know when to sit.
It's just situational awareness, I think, was what one team had a little bit better at.
Yeah.
I think that explains the match more so at the start, because I think in the earlier games, Streetlight and Blunderman were uptime consistently and just weren't using it effectively. Like towards the end there, I think Blunderman was just really struggling against JNails, because they weren't even uptime as much because he was having to spend more time trying to defend and find a line to live.
Okay, so our
Yes,
final
the openings were good.
score is 11-6, favoring DontKno and JNails. We're gonna try to get as many of these players as possible into the Discord server for some post-game interviews. So sorry to interrupt there. You can continue what you were talking about.
No, I think I said what I had to say. That being said, I'm really excited about this Blunderman Tainted Streetlight team. Like I think they have the potential to become really good, just with how much they improved over the course of this tournament. I certainly hope to see them playing more together and seeing them in the high 2000s one day.
For sure. And what might have been the difference maker is JNails apparently got an extra 45 minutes of sleep while all of the others were raiding around for the match to start. And he came in really fresh, ready to go.
Well, congratulations. Congratulations, JNails, and also congratulations, like Blunderman, on a well-played tournament. Okay, so first question, like, was this a Galaxy brain play? Like, did you show up late for the match intentionally to
Oh, I didn't even realize it was in the call already. Hey, JNails. Congratulations.
No, I'm looking at it right now. I swear I checked this morning and to see what time the thing was listed in on the chat, and it said 21 UTC. And there's like a whole slew of messages here that I recall having now that like weren't appearing, like chess.com was not loading them. And so there's a point where we had registered it as 21 UTC, and I saw that message. I was like, all right, I'm good. Yeah, not sure what it is, but whatever it is, the recent messages had not loaded for me.
So real quick to interrupt, we had a channel points wager in my Twitch channel, and it was 14% wagered on JNails DontKno, and 84% on blunderman1 and tainted streetlight. So I'm gonna register the winners, and they are gonna make out like bandits.
Nice. I'm glad I could help some people.
So is there anything you'd like to say to the haters?
See, so what JNails did right was he offloaded all scheduling thoughts so that he could only have Bughouse thoughts.
Yeah, exactly.
That's smart.
That's an IQ move.
So your victory becomes like even more impressive in the face of the fact that you like do not have the ability to read, which like I'm amazed that you're able to win the matches.
And actually,
Bughouse isn't a particularly like reading intensive game, so it's one of the few that I can do pretty well. This is why, like, honestly, it's really nice to have the voice chat set up, because like normally people will type in chat and they'll be like, I don't know what these squiggles mean. But when my partner can talk to me, I'm good.
No, you're certainly an inspiration to all of the illiterate Bughouse players in the community.
Yeah.
And if we could talk more about the games at this point, I think that the story of this series was JNails was just attacking blunderman1 relentlessly, and blunderman1 was so afraid of these attacks that he would wait for a pawn and just stick that pawn on e6 or e3 to prevent the bishop sacks. But that
I gotta say that the pawn on e6 was really annoying though.
But you didn't miss a beat. You started going in on the when he was black, you started going in on dark squares on d6, and I mean, you found other ways to attack. You weren't just like, oh, he stopped my one move sack, no more attacking for me. You went right on attacking, and so Blunderman, did you feel this immense pressure here from JNails? But what are your thoughts on his openings?
Yeah, this pawn there was not coincidence. Definitely.
That was not a coincidence. So are you saying you studied JNails? This guy is a sack sitter. Maybe if I put a pawn there, then he will be confused and resign.
We changed our opening repertoire specifically to get him that pawn earlier.
I'm open for suggestions. What else can I do? Because I have no idea how to defend against this f7 or f2, f6. Honestly.
Yeah, so I think
Tifa.
so I think earlier in the matches, you guys are actually doing a good job with it. So if you're gonna accept these stacks, like you need to just take them all like immediately, and then you're betting on the fact that since you have more time, he's not gonna get enough pieces to mate you. So I think the biggest thing is like towards the beginning, you were moving a lot faster, and towards the end, you were sort of slowing down a little more to defend. And then also, you guys need to like sit like way more. There were definitely positions where JNails was like getting things, and he should not have anything in his life.
Yeah, so there were positions where JNails was down 10 seconds, and he was still getting pawn after pawn after pawn. And that I think that was the difference maker this match. That you guys need to learn to sit defensively to help your partner live when he is playing against a sack sitter who is just in your business.
I think that's true. Someone in the random pool earlier today yelled at me and said, "You have to play. You can't stop playing for just yourself." I don't think I do just play for myself, but it's something that we have definitely acknowledged. It's a weaker part.
Yeah, Bughouse is a team game, and just being in a voice call makes it much easier to coordinate that stuff. So you should, like, when you're getting attacked, let your partner know, "Hey, I'm being attacked," or "Hey, can you chill out in the trades?" And that the communication is key.
Yeah.
So I have a question for JNails actually. So I don't know if you remember this specific game, but it's one where you were attacking Blunderman, and then towards the end he got a counterattack against
Oh, I remember that one. Yeah, so that was the reverse situation where JNails was up like 10 seconds, like any piece made it. His partner was trading everything, and JNails decided this is a great time to just not check. And all of a sudden, blunderman1 got a great attack out of nowhere, and mate happened, and it was just a real turn of events. So yeah, do you guys remember that game? Like, what were your thoughts?
I'm pretty sure I recall the game you're talking about, where I felt like 95% of the game I was like, all right, I'm like a move for mate here. I just don't see it yet. And then at some point somewhere I made a bad decision. I don't remember which move it was, but I know I made a bad decision there, and I was like, partner, I might have made a mistake. And yeah, I blundered something in there.
And to be clear, that was not one bad decision's worth of moves there. That's like,
were there a bunch?
Well, okay, so the first bad decision was like not checking, but the thing I was going to ask was like towards the end, were you aware that you were uptime, and did you ask your partner to sit at some point? Because I was just sitting there amazed as a Blunderman got every single piece in the world down 4 seconds. I'm guessing you weren't aware that you're downtime, or you didn't ask your partner to sit.
And it might
in the time scramble, I wasn't as focused on it. I do remember at points I was like, probably I should just sit for more pieces here, but my position feels winning enough that I'll keep playing, and that was probably a mistake.
I guess more importantly than asking your partner to sit would be to tell your partner that you're not attacking, you're being attacked. Because I have that happen like a lot of time. Well, I try not to have this happen much, but when you rely more on communication than on looking, so it can be the situation where your partner has a great attack. You're like, all right, it's my job to trade everything in the world to give my partner what he needs to mate, and I'm trading, and then all of a sudden I look over and my partner's getting attacked, and I'm like, hold on, all these trades that I've been working so hard to do are hurting my partner. My partner never told me they stopped attacking and started defending.
Yeah, I think we had a little bit of that one game.
So do you guys have any post-tournament reflections? Like for both teams, I guess. Like you guys made some pretty impressive runs, like very close in your semifinal matches from potentially going to the finals and even winning this. Yeah, what are your main takeaways from the tournament?
One thing that maybe it's just like a limitation of chess.com, because this does feel like the most natural and simple way to do it. But we always end up playing, like same person versus same person, and often like even the same sides for large portions of the matches. And I guess that would have been more interesting to me if it was like more varied, like you switch the half of the partnership you're playing, or have a more active, like you play half of them as white, half of them as black, just for variety's sake. Because I often feel like we're getting into like the same thing over and over a lot. I'm not sure if chess.com makes it easy to do that, but that was the one thing I was thinking is like I don't usually play a whole lot of long matches of Buckhouse. Usually just I'll go and play one or two. But I was like, we're playing the same position for like the 8th time today.
Yeah, so there's well, first of all, as far as from the perspective of a bug player, I've noticed that too. There's pluses and minuses to that. If you're playing like 10 games as white in a row against the same opponent, then it does let you really figure out where you've gone wrong in the opening, rather than trying to remember like 2 or 3 games ago what happened, because you get like the same sorts of positions. But yeah, it can definitely get annoying to have the same color all the time. The free internet chess server would always switch back and forth between white and black, whereas chess.com, it seems more random, and sometimes you have like 5 whites in a row or 5 blacks in a row. And that, I mean, I would recommend giving that feedback to chess.com. I've given that feedback, and I hope other people will as well. With high versus low, it's interesting in the tournaments, in the arena tournaments, for example, you will have some high versus low matches, where you are playing. If you're the low person on one team, you'll be playing the high person on the other team occasionally, and I think it's good to have that as an option. I would prefer if you're able to match high versus low, or match high versus high, and have it go that way all the time, or maybe if there was some way to have it randomized. But I think in general high versus high is better, but it's good to have variety. I don't know, what do you guys think as far as if chess.com were to change that? Would you like it to be randomized, whether you're high versus high or high versus low, or like would it be 50-50, or what percentage should it be?
Yeah, my inclination is like at the moment, seemingly that this is just the only way chess.com does it. It makes sense just like logistically to do it the way that's convenient. But in the abstract, like if chess.com were to change things, I would like, I guess probably like an even split, like you play some matches versus one person, some versus the other, some is white, some is black. Like maybe like you rotate like a 4-game sequence, like you play white versus one person, then black versus the other, black versus the first person, white versus the other, something like that. That's my preference, at least, is switching it up.
Yeah, and what you just mentioned, actually, in the old days of Fix, there was a tournament bot that allowed people to figure out who the best individual Buckhouse player was by automatically playing all variations of like a group of 4 people, where you would partner one guy, play the other 2, and you play a game as white, a game as black, and then you'd play high versus low instead of high versus high, game of white, game as black, and then you'd switch partners, and you would do it again, and then you switch partners, and you do it again. And that, I really hope chess.com gets that sort of tournament at some point, because it would add a cool dynamic to it.
Yeah, my impression has been chess.com isn't always the best, especially when it comes to Bughouse having nice usable UI and such things.
I talk to the developers on a regular basis, and also to Danny Wrench. Well, at least like once a month, I'll touch base with him, at least on Slack, and they all insist that they are committed to improving Bughouse, and fixing the bugs and rolling out more features, and they want to hear from the community what they want. It always seems too slow for me. Like I never quite see what they're talking about materializing, but I hope it comes at some point.
Yeah, I think. Well, first of all, it's probably low on their list of priorities because
I think that's the main problem, that chess has blown up because of Corona, and like even earlier today, you couldn't log on to live chess and I believe that was because there were too many people on. Like they're adding more and more servers. There's so much interest in chess.
Queen's Gambit, I think, had that effect too. I know
Right.
a few friends got back into chess just because of that show.
It's probably a bunch of different factors. Actually, I need to take this call. But yeah, I would approve with switching every time. Okay, I need to get off real quick.
So, would any of you be willing to star in a Bughouse themed version of Queen's Gambit?
I've only seen the first episode, but my impression is that starring this would require developing a crippling drug addiction. Is that correct?
Yes,
I haven't watched any of that, so I'm not really aware of that. Honestly, if we want, I mean, my understanding of Queen's Gambit was like it shows a player's rise from like a fish up to like a really good chess player. So really, it would be best to find the best Bughouse story would be someone who just starts out and is terrible and then gets to be really good. And the most recent example of that, I guess, is Gogo Burritos, who like a year and a half ago was like a 1,000 player and is now a 2,600 player.
All right,
I will say, if I were ever to star in that, I sure hope it wouldn't be named after a Queen's Pawn opening. So I might have to change the name.
Do you guys? I guess, Chuck, if we wanted to get more involved in the Bughouse community in general, like I haven't really been able to figure out how to navigate the house, or like from what I've seen, it looks like there are a lot more high level games that go on. Do you have recommendations for finding partners and doing voice chat kind of stuff?
So my recommendation is number one to join the Bughouse Discords, and that especially the house Discord where you guys are right now. As I'm sure you know, there's a Bughouse channel where people talk about Bughouse games, and you can say, "Hey, I want a partner," and make those connections and try to jump in voice chat with people. There are also some other Bughouse Discords. That I guess Jarl Carlender's is probably the second most active one. I know Drunken Mushy has one that was somewhat active at some point, is less active now. It used to be that that Grind and Miss Fairy Queen had a Discord server, and those other Discord servers, especially evolved around the personalities. Would often have some mentorship opportunities, where like in Jarl's server, for example, they talk a lot about Bughouse openings and they partner each other a lot. And sometimes they'll get in big group calls, and some people will be playing, others will be shooting the breeze, and that's always fun. In addition to the Discord servers, my recommendation is just to make friends with Bughouse players. So if you join a Bughouse tournament, for example, or if you play in the random pool and you seem to gel well with a partner, like send them a friend request on chess.com, send them a message and say, hey, I enjoyed playing with you. I'd like to play more with you in the future. Could we maybe get on a Discord call or a Skype call in the future if we could partner? And there's a lot of people interested in that sort of thing. There is also a Bughouse club on chess.com. And there are two resources there. Well, there's a bunch of resources. One of them is the wall, where on the wall people will say, hey, looking for partner. And they can find partners based on that. There is a forum, so you can start a forum thread and say, hey, I'm looking for partners. Is anyone interested in partnering me? And make some long-term connections there. In addition, at the top of the Bughouse Club, there are a bunch of resources for improving at Bughouse. This gets a little bit off the topic of just finding partners in general, but there are blogs, including Jarl's blog, Sorcy's blog. There are Bughouse books. There are Bughouse guides, and there are links to streams like this one. So all of those are opportunities to network and to improve at Bughouse.
Great, thank you. Yeah,
and does anyone else have any suggestions? Scary Snake specifically, maybe if you have some other ideas for how to how to find partners and get more involved in the Bughouse community?
Oh yeah, I mean that was really thorough. I think in general, just like don't be afraid to just like ask people. Most of the top players are actually super chill and happy to partner with you. I know back when I was like 16, 1700, which you guys are much stronger than that. Like there were plenty of strong players who are willing to partner up with me and give me some tips. So yeah, if you go on any of the servers and just ask, like usually you should be able to find a partner.
And the other thing I should mention is don't be shy. So for example, just in the house Discord and the Bughouse channel, I'll often see like really strong players say, "Hey, I'm looking for a partner." So Firefly, who's Zyzon on chess.com, he'll say, "Hey, I'm looking for a partner." Chicken Crust Road or Blitz Bullet will say, "Hey, I'm looking for a partner." And a lot of times when they say looking for a partner, you might be intimidated and you might say, "Oh, they probably mean that they want a partner like their level, like play a really high level game." But usually that's not the case. So I've seen many times Zyzon has said, "Hey, I'm looking for a partner," and then like a 2000 or an 1800 or a 1600 will say, "Hey, I want a partner," and he'll say, "Great, let's partner." So when someone asks for a partner, don't come to the assumption that that means like not you. Like they could be looking for exactly you. So it never hurts to ask.
That was so beautiful. Thanks. That's good advice. I'll have to. Yeah, you're right. Just like life, sometimes you gotta insert yourself, but not in a weird way.
It wasn't weird until you said not in a weird way.
I guess another resource that I should point out is Chuck Bolton, stream on Twitch. I stream a somewhat regular schedule, and when I stream Bughouse, I am always looking for a partner, and I'm looking for anyone who is willing to partner me on voice. And it can seem like I partner the same few players, but that's because those are the players who, when I say, "Hey, I'm looking for a partner," they say, "Yep, that's me." So you could be the one saying, "Yep, that's me," because I'm always looking for a partner.
Cheers. I actually have to run, but thanks for this. Thanks for the good games, JNails and DontKno.
Good games.
Blunderman,
Thanks so much for talking with us, congratulations on your fourth place finish. That's very impressive in this field, and I'm sure you will play more in the future. Look forward to seeing you in the next tournament.
Yeah, well played, GG's all. And thanks again, Chuck, for being like amazing, covering all these matches. You are a goat, dude.
Yeah, it's my pleasure to do so. So yeah, we still have blunderman1 and JNails on the call here. Do we have? Well, let me ask you guys a little bit about your background. So how long have you been playing Bughouse, and how long have you been playing chess?
I can go first, I guess. I remember discovering chess around the summer of 2011. I was in 11th grade at the time. I played a bunch of chess right around my like junior and senior years of high school and so forth. And I feel like back then I did a decent amount of like studying openings and stuff like that. And then at some point I discovered Bughouse, and I realized I'd rather not like learn too many openings and in games and things like that. And Bughouse was much more conducive to that.
Yeah.
And so I actually haven't played a whole lot of like standard chess in, I don't know, years now. And when I want to play chess and I've got a bit of a jonesing, I'm either playing Bughouse on chess.com or Crazy House on Lead Chess, just because I like the more tactical element of it, and I avoid playing in games when possible.
And is your Lead Chess handle the same as your chess.com?
Yes.
Very, very cool. Yeah, I mean, honestly, I don't really understand why people play chess. Like once you've discovered Bughouse, like why play chess? Bughouse is just so much more fun. But
yeah, I feel the same way. I feel like more of the things I like about chess and fewer of the things I dislike. It just seems like it's a clear superior alternative.
So blunderman1, tell us about your background. How long have you been playing chess, and how did you get into Bughouse?
That's pretty much how I feel about Crazy House, actually. Why people play chess when they can play Crazy House. But Bughouse, before this tournament, I've played in total like 7 games of Bughouse.
Oh my god. Oh, so this
well,
tournament
yeah.
really got you into it then?
Yeah, so definitely started to appreciate the game much more now. But yeah, before that, just Crazy House. I played almost no chess for like 2-3 years now. Only Crazy House.
Now, do you
So I
do you
noticed.
do you follow some of the Crazy House streamers on Twitch?
Yeah.
So we have John Lee Crazy House streams, Clearcast Chess streams. We have Mugwort. A lot of great Crazy House streamers to check out.
So Blunderman, both you and your partner actually improved very fast at Buckhouse. Like even for someone with crazy ass experience, it's like you guys jumped from like the 1600s to like 1900s over the course of a couple months. Yeah, what do you attribute that like a fast increase in improvement to?
I wouldn't call myself whatever happened. I wouldn't call it an improvement because, like, those 7 games I've played before, they're like just not. You can't make any conclusions based on them. What is just random games. So maybe this is just what's my level right now, based on my experience with Crazy House, and probably I want some openings, but I can't really say because.
So you were always as good. We just didn't know.
I don't think. Am I good? I'm not sure. This is.
I mean, you're pretty good compared to. I mean, I guess the point here is it's probably a lot easier to jump from Crazy House to Bug House than from chess to Bug House.
Yes, definitely. It's very similar to Crazy House. You can easily transfer all your skills from Crazy House to Bug House. Same tactics, same patterns.
So I shouted out a bunch of Crazy House streamers in the chat. In case you guys are interested in Crazy House, those are great people to follow. We have John Lee Crazy House, Mugwort, Clearcast Chess, and OKZH. And there's a Crazy House World Championship, which is still going on right now, I believe. And you can watch those streams to see coverage of that.
Yeah, I'm subscribed to Jan Lee's YouTube channel, but I don't think he's been uploading as much recently.
So Jan Lee has made the mistake of having kids, and it takes a lot of his time. He said that as soon as he's able to sleep a full night, he will get more back into streaming and Crazy House.
I cannot wait for those kids to become mini Jan Lees. It's going to happen.
Well, yeah, and he has 2 kids right now. I'm not aware of whether his wife plays Bug House. If his wife doesn't play Bug House, he might need to have a 3rd kid to have a full Bug House table. So
I mean, or a second wife. That's
or a second wife.
Bug House, but something to consider.
Now, I don't know all those other folks. Do they also have YouTube channels? I know for me, at least, I much prefer to watch things like when I can pause or watch them on like 2 times speed and have that flexibility, as opposed to watching it live.
OKZH.
I always like watching like Jan Lee on YouTube.
Right. OKZH definitely has a YouTube channel, and I'm not aware of whether the others do, but you could always watch the VODs rather than the live streams. I have a YouTube channel as well, which I don't even have a link to it. the link is in my panels, but all I do is I just upload my full streams there, and honestly, I don't do it like at the end of every stream. I do it like once a month. Basically, I'll upload a month's worth of streams, and I'm kind of due to do that, so I'll try to do that in the next few nights to upload a month's worth of content. But for those who prefer it, you could always check out my streams on YouTube, the videos.
Helm's Net also has a YouTube channel with lots of videos from past matches.
Yeah, it's the one other person I'm subscribed to amongst Crazy House players.
Oh, nice.
Or she's more Bug House on the side, I guess. But yeah, point remains.
She is full-time Fortnite for now, but hopefully she will come back at some point.
Disgusting.
That's quite the downgrade.
All right, I have a question for JNails. So, not a lot of people know this actually, but JNails is actually one of the best Dominion players in the world. So I'm curious, do you get a different mindset when you're playing these two games? Like if you find yourself playing a lot of Dominion, do you think your Bughouse suffers, or are they not really affected at all?
Well, but before you answer that, can someone tell me what Dominion is?
Sure, I can answer both of those. I guess the proper order is to answer that one first. Dominion is a deck building card game, and if you're not familiar with that genre, Dominion's kind of one that defined the genre. And it's like rather than playing a trading card game like Magic the Gathering or Yu-Gi-Oh, where you like construct your deck in advance and you like show up and like beat someone with your better deck, you have like a pool of cards that are available to both players, and you're trying to improve your deck over the course of the game by like acquiring those cards and putting them into your deck. And that's like the very nuts and bolts version of it. Now, as far as how that interacts with Bughouse, I find that like Bughouse for me is much more like time intensive is not the word. It's more like time sensitive. Like if I'm looking to sort of like actively focus on something, like I'm sitting down at a desk and I've got my mouse. Bughouse is like you got to pay attention, and react quickly. Whereas with Dominion, it's more of just like a casual thing you can do while maybe you're checking your email and other stuff, because there's not like a timer or anything like that. And so like for me, Bughouse, I think, feels more like an RTS, almost like a game that you play when you want to be like in the moment and paying attention. And then Dominion's more like kind of laid back. I don't think the quality of play influences each other too much, perhaps because they're so different. But I play like Bughouse when I'm more wanting to like sit down and have like a dedicated like session of games, whereas Dominion's like I'll play it when I'm in between things, or not in front of my desktop or something like that.
Oh, okay, gotcha. Some people are actually brazen enough to do those things and check their email while they're in the middle of Bughouse games.
Crazy House, I think you could get away with that more so with the right time limits, but I feel like Bughouse is just kind of necessarily a bullet game because of the value of having time. Like in this match, I felt like we were behind time a whole lot.
Yeah, which was a surprise.
I was shocked by that, because you guys are two of the faster players out there. Whenever I encounter either of you two in the random pool, I just count on being down time.
Yeah, I DontKno was commenting that he was thinking he might have some server issues, and maybe that explained it. But yeah, normally I highly value trying to have more time in the opening, because I do like to play more aggressive lines when I can, and that doesn't work when you're down time.
And I think out of the opening, you guys like were at least pretty much even on time, because I think you were playing faster than Blunderman, but Tainted Street was playing faster than DontKno. But part of why you guys were downtime was because you were sitting for pieces at some points, even when you were downtime.
I normally like to have much more of a cushion to do so, because sitting for pieces when downtime is rather suboptimal.
It's only suboptimal if they punish it. That's how it works, right?
Yeah.
All right. Well, I think that's all the questions that I had. Thank you for coming on, and thanks for putting on my show. Like that was another very fun match, and congratulations again on your win.
Yeah, thanks. I really enjoyed the tournament. Thanks for hosting it.
Yeah, thank you so much for doing this post-game interview as well, and I hope I get to partner you at some point on my stream.
Yeah, no problem. See you around.
All right, bet. So that was JNails, and thank you to Scary Snakes for co-commentating with me, and to Miss Fairy Queen for co-commentating earlier. She's since hopped off the call. So we're gonna wrap up the stream here, and I'm looking for someone to raid. I see that 7991 Radon is streaming some 4-player chess, and he has recently got affiliate. So congratulations to him on that. So if you want to be a founder of his channel, he still has some founder badges left. So we're going to drop him a raid. I do want to give a quick shout out to Rosie Simmons, who raided us earlier and then subsequently started playing again. Oh, I guess she just ended her stream. Or is she still live? Let me see. I guess she just ended her stream. I was going to give her a shout out because she was playing chess last I checked. But that's okay. Anyway, thank you very much, Rosie, for the earlier raid. So we're going to send you to 7991 Radin, who is playing 4-player chess. So show him some love, because we want to see the Bug House community grow, but we also want to see the 4-player chess community grow as well. Have a great day, everyone.